Good evening. They were some of the youngest victims on Flight 752 with their whole lives ahead of them. Tonight in New York region, the community came together to remember the elementary and high school students killed aboard a Ukrainian flight that was mistakenly shot down in Iran. Many mourning the senseless loss of lives that had barely just begun.
He had his whole life ahead of him, so much potential, so much to do with his life. He couldn't even graduate, for God's sake.
Hugs and tears in Richmond Hill as hundreds gathered to remember the young lives taken too soon.
So this can't be real. He did not deserve it.
Arad Zareh is just one of the many students from York region killed aboard Flight 752.
Here was his last meal in the airport.
The grade 12 student from Richmond Green Secondary School was remembered tonight as kind and selfless.
He was just a wonderful person who would never talk about his problems or about himself. He'd always ask how you're doing.
A family friend remembers the first time they met by chance during a trip to Iran 4 years ago.
I asked for a charger on the guy beside me. He turns out to be my neighbor in Canada. We started talking and then invited me over for dinner. But I'll never see him again. I can't. I'm sorry.
In this Facebook photo, friends say the 17-year-old is proudly sporting a suit he bought during his trip with plans to wear it to prom.
He bought it to bring back
Yes.
for his prom.
Yes.
And he didn't get to wear it.
Unfortunately not.
Even in the wake of this tragedy, we can take solace in each other.
At tonight's memorial, candles and flowers surround the smiling faces of the young people whose hopes and dreams will never be realized.
I can't sleep at night. It's just like terrible.
York Region's Catholic School Board confirms 2 of its students were killed in last week's crash. Their public school board lost 5 students. Among them, 8-year-old Daniel Ganshi, killed along with his mother and 17-year-old sister. Daniel's school community is still struggling to come to terms with the senseless loss and to explain the tragedy to his young classmates.
The kids, they can't, oh, why did that happen? I don't know. You can't really explain it to them, but they can feel like, oh, this is so-and-so's desk, and it's empty now. So it's really sad.